Welcome to Investing in Cryptocurrency, brought to you by CryptoVice.com.
Hello, Crypto Nation, and welcome back to another episode of Investing in Cryptocurrency. It's been a couple days, but we're back. And today we're going to be talking about a smaller coin, in value at least, that we think might have a lot of room to run. But it's one of those coins where you're just kind of throwing the dice a little bit. You can get yourself a decent amount of Verge Coin, and the upside is pretty good. So what exactly is Verge? Well, Verge is a decentralized, like every other coin, currency that's private and open source. I'm at their black paper. They call it a black paper, not a white paper. And it's interesting because the black paper was written by a single person, but he's more of that open source developer type who kind of put a lot of the different ideas together in this black paper. Verge is relatively new. It's on a few of the exchanges, and right now it's only selling for about 168 Satoshis, which is actually up about 70% since last week. If you look at the 3 Ps, we talked about the 3 Ps in a video in the past: the people, the purpose of the coin or the product of the coin. In this case, it's more of a purpose. And then the promise. I think the 3 Ps actually check the boxes, and we'll talk about it in a minute, but the reason I think there's a massive upside is because one of Verge's primary competitors is Monero, which is trading for well over $100 today. So we look at the chart here, and you can see that it's gone up, but if you go back a little bit further, it reached a high in July of about 120 or so, and then tanked for a while in the 40s. Still, there's a lot of runway. And what I want to talk about real quickly are a couple of things, more on the purpose and the promise, and then a little bit on the people as well. But if you look at the purpose, you can look at the black paper to kind of dive in a little bit more about the purpose. But I think what's interesting about the Verge community is that everybody involved is very hyped up about it. And in fact, one person put together this table that kind of compares Verge with all the other cryptocurrencies, specifically Bitcoin, Monero, PIVX, and then of course Verge itself. And Verge, as you can see in this row, or in this column, I should say, Verge is actually beating out every single one of them. And when you look at the transaction speed, for instance, being 20 times faster than Bitcoin, and this again, this table was about a month ago, so it's relatively recent. The transaction capability is massive. There is a limited supply as opposed to these other two with infinite supplies in Monero and PIVX. And then there's also additional private features in Verge from an IP and mobile standpoint that some of the others don't have. So Verge actually looks like a pretty intriguing option when you talk about the purpose of the coin in being a cryptocurrency, decentralized and open sourced. So there's no ICO that has supported the coin. There's no executives, if you will. So the people part of that 3 Ps is really the community around the cryptocurrency world that supports Verge. Open source developers. And that's kind of cool because you can actually reach out to them and give them ideas, but you can also be a developer yourself if you've got that skill set. So we talked about the black paper a little bit, and that talks a little bit about the purpose. But on the website, VergeCurrency.com, it also tells you in a very succinct summary what it does. And really, it's an anonymous and privacy-focused currency that's focused on multi-algorithm mining support, which actually is similar to Digibyte and some others. This is a currency that actually could have a lot of legs and viability. The last thing is the promise. So if you look at the different things that Verge has done. One, they've got quite a bit of followers on Twitter. They've got a great community. The promise, let me go back to the website, is actually outlined here in this roadmap that's at the bottom of the website. And a lot of these things have been checked off. A lot of them also are not checked off and their due dates are past. But at least there is a roadmap for continued development of the coin. There's actually exchanges that are adopting the Verge coin and trading them on their platforms. Bitrex, as I pulled up earlier, is the biggest exchange that supports Verge. But as you can see on the Twitter page, Verge is doing a lot of things from a promising standpoint, including partnering with companies like Telegram. There was also a partnership on Discord that they're doing as well, and Electrum, and all the different things that are making Verge a viable currency. But most interestingly, they are actually making headway on other exchanges like HitBTC. They won because of the great community, they won this vote over the weekend to be put on HitBTC. Now, whether HitBTC does that or not is up to them. But the point is that there's a community that's supporting Verge to be on these types of exchanges beyond Bitrex and some of the other smaller ones that it's already on. The other exchange is trying to get on is Binance, and there's a similar vote that's out there for right now as well. But what I would encourage you to do is look at Verge's Twitter page and also go do some research on their website. Decide for yourself if you think this is a good coin to invest in. But the last thing I wanted to focus on is the charts. So if we go back to Bitrex, you can see that the charts are actually pretty promising for Verge. And like I said earlier, it was in the double digits just about a week or two ago, at the low of about 40 Satoshis down here. But it's actually done a pretty good job increasing its value, and not in a way that's parabolic or a massive breakout and then a huge, fall. It's done pretty good in sustaining the momentum and consolidating the new base to then move higher up again. Right now, I think Verge is in another consolidation stage where, over the last day or two, it's been right around the 160 mark. Give or take 10 Satoshis, but it really hasn't made any massive movements up or down. And the movement upward has been relatively sustained through additional consolidations. So without getting into too much technical analysis around Verge, this is a coin that you should definitely keep on your watch list. And if you're feeling, where you want to get into an altcoin, but you don't want to spend too much money and you want to have a decent amount of coins without too much risk, Verge might be one of those coins that you should consider. Do your research. Follow us on YouTube. We've got about 40 subscribers now. We're creeping up there. But help us get to that next milestone of 100 subscribers. Also, check out our website, CryptoVice.com. Our Twitter is @CryptoVice1. And we also have a Facebook page. All that to be said, good luck, happy trading, and have a great day.